I just bought my first open box item with Newegg, and I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with the experience. Hey YouTube, what's going on? I'm Danny with DTC, and welcome. If this is your first time here, I frequently talk about hardware reviews, PC builds, and sometimes perform how-to videos too. Today I'm going to be talking about Newegg's open box experience. This is my first time using this type of service. What it is, I'll actually read it from Newegg's site. Open box merchandise are products that have been purchased and delivered to other customers and then returned to Newegg. Open box products are sold considerably under cost. Newegg tests open box products for basic functionality only. Due to the varying quality of products returned to Newegg, Newegg makes every attempt to supply the original accessories for open box products. However, regardless of what the product description says, Newegg only guarantees that you will receive the product itself. Accessories may or may not be included. That is a perfect example of Newegg's disclaimer process, I guess you could say, because, well, let's take a look at it. The packaging and everything wasn't bad. This is literally how it is when I opened it. We'll take a look at this in a second. But as far as the product itself goes, I mean, it's in an ESD bag. Everything looks really nice on it, and it's in perfect shape. There's not a scratch, a nick, anything to it. I get a little bit of dust on it because I've been using it in testing and whatnot. But when it came to me, the product itself had all the little stickers and stuff on it that you get to peel off. So I already peeled off all the stickers just to do a little bit of display shots on it. Essentially, you're paying for what you get out of this. First of all, this is the Asus ROG Strix Z490-G gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. It's a micro ATX form factor board. It's on the Z490 chipset, which is Intel's 10th generation processors. The things that I liked about it that interested me in the motherboard is the two M.2 SSD slots, the 6 SATA slots, so it has tons of expansion for storage and everything. It has 4 DIMM slots, even though it's a smaller form factor board, and then the built-in I/O shield on the back with RGB lighting across the board as well. So your ROG Strix logo lights up, and it has Wi-Fi 6 included. So that's what attracted me to the board. I'm actually gonna let you know what I didn't like about the buying process with this, and then I'll get on to the things that really benefited me and the reason I jumped into it. The biggest deal for me in this purchase was the box. I love, as you can see behind me, to display all my boxes and everything like that, or I just like them filling my shelf. It kind of gives it a little bit of a tech warehouse vibe. But I'm not going to display this. I mean, there's nothing to it. It's very basic. It gets the job done. So I'm sure when they get these things back, they discard the boxes and they just keep the product. Like I said in the disclaimer from Newegg, they just test the board or whatever you're buying, make sure it works, and then repackage it and send it out to somebody else for considerable cost reduction. So not having the box was kind of a big deal to me. In hindsight, though, I guess it really doesn't matter considering the cost you save, which I'll talk about that in a second. The second thing, as I said in the little disclaimer that Newegg states, they do not include or do not guarantee the inclusion of accessories. That gets me back to this point, this part here. I'll pull this out so you can kind of get an idea. This is the accessories that are included with my Z490 motherboard that I just got. As you can see, the accessories are not made for this motherboard. In fact, I got a nice little I/O shield. As I said, the I/O shield is included, already installed on my motherboard. The only thing that really helped out was the fact that it has a Wi-Fi antenna included, but this little shark fin is supposed to have like a foot adapter that you can set it on your desk. It does not have that. That's already missing. And then I got 2 SATA connectors. Luckily, with this board, I'm not using SATA. I'm using NVMe drive, M.2. And I happen to have extra antennas for Wi-Fi. So I'm actually going to use I have them up here. I'm actually going to use the little Wi-Fi antenna sticks that can just screw into the back and then angle up out of the case, because I'm going to use a bigger case for this. But so it really wasn't a big deal for me. But as far as you, if you're going to be purchasing something open box like a motherboard, expect to not get either the proper accessories or no accessories at all. You could just get the board. That's all Newegg guarantees. But that's it. That's really the only negative side of the whole buying experience for me. I didn't get the accessories that were supposed to come with the board, and I didn't get a cool little box to display. I guess it's really not a big deal, like I said. Okay, let's talk about what I liked about the motherboard purchase. And the main thing is the price. That's the first thing. So if you buy the ROG Strix Z490-G motherboard, it comes in at $239.99 USD. That's right off Newegg's website. I'll leave a link down in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. The open box product that I purchased was a $59 savings over the new price. I saved basically $60 on a box and the proper accessories that the motherboard comes with. The motherboard itself works 100%. I've plugged it in with the 10th gen chips. So keep that in mind when you're buying the open box products. You may not get the accessories that you were hoping for, and you have to improvise and make use of what you've got. Paying $60 less and only not getting the box and getting the improper accessories, it was a no-brainer for me to save the money and still get the good product, because really all I wanted was the motherboard. Another thing that I liked about this is that the Z490 Micro ATX motherboard options are very limited. Like, there's only, 4 choices or something like that. The Asus one is the most expensive out of all the boards. So I was able to pick this up for the same price as one of the cheaper version boards, and I got the highest end board that is made for Z490's Micro ATX chipset. So what do you think of these options here? Does open box spark your interest in something that you want to buy? If so, let me know down in the comments below. While I have you on here, I wanted to let you know my family and I are actually going to be moving in the next 3 weeks or so. Just kind of giving you a heads up to be aware. The videos may taper a little bit. I'm going to try to film ahead of time and get some good content so that I can continue to upload every week. Just a heads up for it. I may have to pause for a couple weeks to get our house together. I'm going to be packing all these products up here soon, so I won't have as much stuff to do testing with. We're actually moving back to the East Coast where we were from originally. So we're going to leave Phoenix, Arizona behind and move on to the next chapter of our lives. But I will continue to do the same type of content, and I actually will be expanding my studio because my wife is graciously allowing me to have a room dedicated for YouTube. But anyway, as I said, the styling of this board is really what drove me to it the most. I love the futuristic look and everything. What I'm going to be doing with this is a cyberpunk themed build in the coming future. I have a graphics card that works perfectly with this, and there's a bunch of other little side products that I want to use for it. So stay tuned. Would you stop it? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe down below so you'll catch more content just like this. And actually the follow-up video to this where I do a cool cyberpunk themed build later on in the month. As always, I'm Danny with Danny's Tech Channel, and I'll see you in the next one.